iron, what do you think of when you first hear something iron? Something hard. When you think of magnesium, magic. You understand? Magnesium, magic. You understand what I'm saying to you? So this is one of the reasons why our skin complexion has turned, because if you look at a baby, when a baby first born, our children, first and foremost, they come out, you'll see green patches over their body. And then as they get more and more adjusted to the light, then you'll start to see the patches fade away. But the reason why if you search up foods that has iron in it, one of the things they're going to show you is meat. Kale, I mean, not kale, spinach. Spinach is a hybrid, but they're going to show you meat. They're going to show you all the things that are now on the get the fuck off this planet list. All the things that's on the get the hell off this planet list are what has iron in it, and that we have been putting inside of our bodies.
Right. I see a good question here. Will we go back to magnesium people with the sun and frequency change? Good question.
Yep. Yeah. You hold on. Let me just say this to you.
Yeah.
I want all my brothers and sisters to understand something. People, the one thing that the universe frowns upon is laziness. The universe frowns upon that shit. Ignorance and laziness. So if you think you're just going to sit back and I'm not going to put in no work, mind you, some kind of work, whether it's gardening, whether it's you when you out in the community, you just say, hey, listen, this is what's going on, this was going on in your time of passing, because that energy is permeating throughout the universe and everyone is being watched. Don't do it out of fear. Do it out of righteousness. Don't do it out of fear, do it out of righteousness. Because then you're going to be watched even more. I done showed you plenty of videos of spaceships just showing up right around the sun when I'm recording the sun. I don't call on them, I don't worship them. But they understand righteousness because they look at the color, not the skin. It's a color that permeates off of your body when your heart chakra is in tune.
So they look at the color, not the skin. That was deep.
They look at the color, just like animals in nature. That's why you see some people, bees come around and they great sting, and they like, ah. And then some people, bees that come around, they just look at you and then they'll fly off, just like dragonflies. Look at you and then fly off. They're amazed. They looking at you like, damn. And then they fly.
Wow. Damn. Oh man, family. I know y'all enjoyed this build today. Let's see. Let's get to the next question. Don't give me these long questions, y'all. Just give me a question. Y'all be writing paragraphs. Just give me a question. All right. What's the interaction going to be like when our cosmic family shows to planet Earth?
Oh, it's going to be, y'all going to think we killers. Y'all going to think they fucking killers, man. I swear, you going to think we killers, bro.
Wow.
You going to think we, I'm going to tell you why. Now, let me just say this to you. Can anyone disagree with me that children are being abused on this planet and children are being abducted, using as sex traffic, organ harvest? Can anybody disagree with me? Because they even show the statistics that 8 million children go missing damn near a year. So no one can disagree with me with that, right? So now listen, we don't see that on a day-to-day basis. You know why we don't see that? Because we're in our natural communities in our neighborhood dealing with the things going on, so forth and so on. Imagine what they are seeing. Imagine what they are seeing.
The bird's eye view. The bird's eye view. Yeah.
the raping in the alleys, the raping in the villages. Just imagine what they're seeing. The unnecessary shootings and killings for no fucking reason. What do you think they gonna see it? You know how much you think you have to meditate and do shadow work? What the fuck you think they doing looking down here at this bullshit? How much shadow work you think they doing? This is why this was not an enslavement. This was an embarrassment and a test for the golden race. The embarrassment is that your brothers and sisters are looking down here now, just like right now. They hyped up. You know what? I don't now knock anyone for this. Transgender. You see how much they are pushing this to our children and our people? Why they're doing that? Tyler Perry got his Hollywood studio over in Atlanta. Now Atlanta look like the West Coast. Come on, man. Y'all don't see this? This is a setup to keep the embarrassment going, to make your brothers and sisters look down here and say, you know what? Not near one of them is worth saving. Clean this shit up. Simple as that. But that's not going to be the case. That's not going to be the case. So I want to tell some of us going to look at this and they're going to be like, yo, this pure, you're going to think our brothers and sisters pure killers. Pure killers.
Let's get to one more question before we get out of here, family. All right, let's get to this question. What other physical changes can those who are doing the real inner work expect to see in our avatars as we continue to push into 5D frequency and beyond?
Besides becoming more self-aware of what's going on and being hungry to learn, and having more compassion in your heart and more loving towards people, you're going to see things like your skin. Like when I go outside in the sun, you see like I roll glitter, like I roll my arms in glitter.
Yes.
You can literally see glitter in your skin. Also, my hair. If you go look at my video, you can go look at a part of my hair. At certain points, my hair look red. Your hair is starting to change. You're going to see colors and stuff in your hair. So these are the things that are starting to happen with our race that you can literally observe, and you can check it out on your own, see for yourself. And people that's in the comments that's been outside and sitting under the sun, just turn your arm to the side and just look at your hand and your arm, and then see if you be like, yo, that glitter? You be sitting there thinking that's glitter on your arm. That's not you. You're crystallizing. Your soul is coming back to the forefront.
Yeah, I swear, I used to tell my girl that years ago, I was a street vendor and I was outside. I'm from Harlem, so she think I'm just being cocky. I'm like, yo, I don't sweat, I sparkle. And I'm like, yo, I swear I don't sweat. And she think I'm just being arrogant, but I'm dead serious. I'm looking at, because I'm sitting there, I'm outside working, and I see this shit on mine. I'm like, yo, I sparkle, I don't even sweat. Yo, so when y'all started saying that during the social media, I'm like, yo, I've been saying this for a while. I just didn't know how to articulate or elaborate on it, but I'm glad that y'all elaborated on it now, because that's some real shit that's going on. Like we looking like glitter out here, and we like I'm like this on my skin. I'm like, hold up, you know what I'm saying? This is yo, family. This brother's important when he's studying the sun. There's some real shit going on right now, family. So don't think we not just on here bullshitting. There's some real things going on, family. Real,
yeah, no question. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, and one of the reasons that y'all gonna know that there is a climate change bill that's trying to be passed. And I want people to look at something and pay attention.
Oh man,
they said slavery started in August in 1600s. I just want my brothers and sisters to pay attention to the month of August all the way up until October, even towards the end of the year. But just pay attention to what's going on around I don't want you to pay attention to you ingested that you are in fear. That's not it. And their world is done. Their world is done. Their job, this is what their job is. Now that their world is done, is try to get you to commit suicide or kill your brother. Because if you do that, what happens is you will not pass into the realm of absolute. Now, there is a difference though. Let's just say, again, they're going to orchestrate some stuff, whereas though that we ain't got no food, power might be out. Let's just say you're defending yourself and it was their life. That's something completely different. But I'm talking about people that are willingly waking up every day that said, I can't wait to go outside and do some shit. You will not go anywhere. You will be right here. You will be right here.
Man, oh man. Kala, it's been a pleasure doing this interview with you. We at the hour 30 mark. Listen, tell the family, I mean, whatever you got. If you got a website, if you got social media, whatever you got, tell the people. You got the Cash App. Tell the people how can they get in contact with you and get more information from you, my brother.
Oh, no doubt. Let me pull up this real fast so I can share this share this screen. Let me see if I can share this with the screen. I showed people my YouTube channel. Let me show y'all something. Inside of my body that we can pull this out together, though. We can pull this out. We can get through what they're getting ready to throw at us. There is nothing that they can throw at us that we can't handle collectively. Collectively. They done gave us everything during slavery individually. They separated us. They separated us in the stock market. They poisoned our children. They beat you down, woman. They beat the black woman down so bad when she gave birth to her child. She's the only woman that ever assassinated her child because she did not want the child to experience. I am not telling my brothers and sisters this or trying to remind you for you to create anger inside of you to do something violent. I want you to create the passion inside of you to want to learn, And then when you want to learn, then you want to give that information to your brothers and sisters because this is an important time for every melanated carbonated being. This is a very important time for us. So where do you want to submit yourself in this world or amongst the stars? Love yourself and value everyone else. And the moment that you see no more value in that individual, value meaning that they're not receptive to what you are given and they're not reciprocating, then you need to cut them off, man, woman, or child. And this is what the age of Aquarius is going to show us. It's going to show us how to let go and not to hold on to excess baggage. I value you, brother. Thank you.
Talk to them, brother. Thank you so much, my brother Kalai.
You're absolutely right. Her readings are so insane. I have to schedule time with her now. But her classes is what she's really putting this effort into now, these chakra classes. I mean, you go to a website, you go to my website, occultlectures.com, hit her website, which is samedimassage.com, SAMEDIMASSAGE.com, message, samedimessage.com. And yeah, her chakras, her readings, and they speak for themselves. Her classes, she's becoming an entity within her own. And soon, I know we have a schedule of her and myself together to do something with you too, Brother Rich.
Indeed.
In the near future.
I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait.
That's going to be a big deal. And like the only thing holding us back is her schedule is so crazy with so many readings, because once they pile up, she's, it is what it is. So, but yeah, we look forward to that too, coming up and doing our things.
Yeah, I was telling you, Panic, just to start out with, before we get into the name of the show is the Occult Technology of Power.
Okay.
Those who run around this world and act like they control it do so through occult methods.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's, people always talk about Hitler. Hitler was obsessed with the occult.
Yeah.
Obsessed with the occult. The Nazis obsessed with the occult. So we're gonna go into the occult and what it really means tonight. But before I do, like I said, when I started out, when I just got on the stream with you, I want to thank you. Brother Panic contributed a video. We got the 7-day Kundalini meditation happening starting September 11th. And when I tell you this, I want to say this dude, but I want to say this nigga, because there's so much emotion attached to it. This nigga Panic.
I don't even remember that shit.
Bro, you don't even remember it.
I have no clue. Damn.
Bro, that's what you call possessed by the Holy Ghost.
Yeah. Oh,
that's
no.
We was definitely possessed by the Holy. This nigga, listen, family, I'm sorry, pardon the language. This nigga went in. So,
really? Damn.
Thank the Holy Ghost for possessing Panic to produce this video. But listen, family, we're gonna have videos from Panic, Dr. Phil Valentine, Billy Carson, as well as others, along with a 7-day live 11/11 meditation, Kundalini meditation. My blue pill is going down. I just posted the link. Make sure you're signed up. This is the investment you all want to make. But the brother Panic, there's a lot of things you said interesting yesterday when we did the pre-recorded video.
Right.
And the people who sign up, what it is we're gonna go live every night for 7 days, but there's instructional videos from Brother Panic, Dr. Phil
Right.
Valentine, Billy Carson, and a couple of others. We're gonna get some sisters in there, but right now we got the 3 kings in there. But we gonna probably get 3 queens and or 4 to make it a 7 videos. But one thing you said, Panic, that stuck in my mind was that you was like, since the Beetlejuice energy hit, it's much easier to do the inner work.
Oh, yes.
The inner work that people was having problems with before, it's
Right.
easier now because it's
Right.
a different light hitting this planet.
Right. So that's the first thing. The first thing we have to be clear on the definition we know, but let's highlight that knowledge and light are the same thing.
Yes, sir.
So when people's biggest uniform problem with meditation was the knowledge on how to do it, really, even though they had the intellectual instruction, sit down, sit like this, do it like this, don't do that, breathe like this, close your eyes, look over here, and wait for that. Even though they had the intellectual thing, it seems like that inner knowing was the lacking. Because after they did the motions, none of them said, I know I was on point. I've never heard that. I've never heard somebody say, I read the book on meditation, and as soon as I did it, bam, I was all over that shit. You know what I'm saying? Never heard those words. Always hear, am I doing it right? Is it this and that? So in other words, even if they have step-by-step instructions, it always seems like something was missing. So light and knowledge are the same thing. So this illusionary thing that we're watching out here is just a map of inner things opening up and things that we have access to that are being shown to us. That's just the movie screen that we see above our heads. And then on that screen, there's a star in Orion's belt. And for those who don't know, Egypt, Kemet, their central system of, I don't want to say worship because it has such a dirty connotation on the word. Their central system of science revolved around the Sirius star system.
Yes, sir.
The 3 pyramids on the Giza Strip are lined up with 3 of the stars in the Orion constellation called Orion's Belt. So their chief deity, which the major mythology is surrounded around, is Osiris, which is the same name as that center Sirius sun, or that center sun in the sky. All the other suns revolve around this sun. So the Kamites said, this is the origin of the universe. This is where we're from. So in this very important constellation that the ancients put a lot of intention on in the area, this constellation in the Sirius star system, the Greeks called Orion, or the Orion star system, or the Orion constellation. And it's Orion the hunter. So in the hunter's shoulder, there's a star called Beetlejuice. It looks like Beetlejuice, but it is pronounced Beetlejuice, I'm told. But, well, YouTube tells us, as YouTube tells us, that it is still pronounced Beetlejuice. And as we should know, they did a movie about the symbolism of this star in Orion's shoulder, in Orion the hunter's shoulder, called Beetlejuice. The name of the movie was called Beetlejuice. And so, you know, it's no accident. Twice in the movie, they referred to the character Beetlejuice with the spelling of the star Beetlejuice, which looks like Beetlejuice. And so they made it clear that they're referencing that star. So when we went back to watch the movie, there's a lot of symbolism in it. First of all, the house is representing planet Earth, and it's representing the upstairs represented the astral world where these people were now stuck, and downstairs represented the world of the living, the human, where the humans are. Fourth dimension, if you will, if we had to put numbers on it, represented where those worms were, and these spirits could not get out. So in order to get their house back, get back in control, they were going to call Beetlejuice. And Juno, which was the creator role aspect, and they showed a conveyor belt of people coming in, coming out, dying, being born. They showed that conveyor belt in there. And she pretty much said, do not call Beetlejuice. He will exorcise your dead, everyone. That's ancestors. Woo. What they're talking about, what she was saying is that particular light is something that can, now, actually, before we even go there, there's a book called Astral Travel by Yvonne and Gavin Frost. It's probably the most standard astral travel book in the world because it's called Astral Travel. And it's not really a great book. Since it's written by two authors in the beginning, whoever wrote in the beginning, but the second half really picks up because they give you a lot of, when you learn the astral travel, expect these kind of things. And one of the things they talk about is that learning doesn't stop after you leave the body. There are plenty of entities, and I found this to be absolutely true later on, that still get an education beyond the body. There's some who've left the body and their spirits have made contact with me just to keep on with the study. So in other words, the ancestors would be waiting for knowledge as well too. What is knowledge? Light. So this particular Beetlejuice star in Orion's shoulder has been losing light. It was considered by whatever white standard the 11th brightest star. It is now the 24th. It has been losing light. Now, let's say this is point A and this is point B. There's a certain amount of distance between where we are at point B and where this star is at point A. And light travels at a certain speed. So if this may have happened 10, 20, 30 years ago, the light still takes a time to get from point A to point B. So what we're seeing now may be the tail end of something that already happened, just we're receiving the light now. So we're receiving the light on something that's already happened in this part of the universe. That's why we're able to visualize it with their Hubble bullshit. But it's really only looking at something that's happening in the mind. And this happens because of our